Okay, here we go, turn number 36. I was going to try to do it with my watch, but no. Okay, so like I said, I'm starting this out with a counter that is 25 for this turn. I'm reducing these counters to 25. I'm also considering whether there should be a maximum. You can definitely only spend a maximum of 100 points during a turn, even if you tap into these additional counters. Maybe this whole thing ought to be capped at 75 now, 150 for a core size engagement. Okay, so that's 25. This IOU during step 2 now moves up to there, so they get 29. Confederate side. Nothing is going to change here unless I'm the one that changes it. This engineering unit has done fantastic work now and can retreat to the back of to create a third set of lines. So we're going to get him, he moves like an infantry guy. We're going to move him straight back 4. Give me a 21. Oh wow, that will change things up, because even flipping one of these into an entrenchment costs 15. Do I want to move this artillery unit forward? No. These guys are neutralized. These guys are still neutralized. They're neutralized. Can I move any of these guys up? I don't want to at this point. What I could do is bring this horse unit up, but I don't think I want to. Ah, yeah, the standards. So there's an error in Totten's original rule set. I didn't think I'd actually find one, but I have. And one of them has to do with standards. The standard can move by maneuver, although under the maneuver section it says that they can't. But if you look at the QRS, it can maneuver sideways for 10 points, and I need to get this guy out of harm's way. I can't move him backwards. I can only move a standard sideways. So the question becomes, which side do I want to move him on? My instinct would be to move him sideways like this, costing 10 points per space. Regular move is infantry, cannot be moved in retreat. Limited to advance as far as possible with their own brigades. May not make use of maneuver move to avoid action unless 10 points is expended to do so. When it's left beyond the cover of all friendly pieces, it's removed, which it's arguable whether it ought to be removed or not. It's not beyond the cover of all. It's with it. If that answers my question. I need to move it next to the artillery to prevent it from being removed. Or I need to move the cavalry up first and cover it. And I think I can only cover with artillery. So time ticking by, I'm going to move it to the side, and it moves as infantry, so potentially I could move to the side 4, costing me 40 points. I definitely don't want him to be captured, but it takes 2 enemy units to capture it. But if I move him 4, he will definitely be out of the way, out of harm's way. He'll be out of harm's way at 3. So I think I'm going to move him 3, costing me 30 points. And get him out of the way. So 30 points off of 21 leaves me with -9, which means I'm tapping into my reserve counter now. Because we're on a new counter, clock gets reset to 10. So we're going to take this out of the reserve. We're going to add 25. That's going to take us up to 14, right? No, 16, sorry. 16. So I've got 16 points left. Yeah, moving it down to 25 for division level engagement, that seems more constrained to me immediately. I think that was a good choice. Cavalry. Then he moves 1 on the oblique. And then he moves 1 forward. And because this is cavalry, he captures by displacement. Capture itself after the movement starts. I think it's still only 5 points. I could be wrong. I will check that in a moment. But this entire infantry unit now is displaced by the shock of being confronted by cavalry and must move back 1. 7 just to move him. Taking him down to 9. And then the capture. Capture after movement begins 20 points. So I tap in, yeah, definitely. 9 minus 20 leaves me at negative 11. So I'm going to tap into this counter. Plus 25. 25 minus 11 is 14. Wow, changing this up made a big difference. I did achieve a displacement. The cavalry came in handy. The standard has been saved. I need to rescue that standard next time. Keep this cavalry back here. Keep these guys, commanding general, back here. Move these cavalry up. They can move up by maneuver. 7 off of 14 is 7. All right, moved. Don't want to move. Oh yeah. I forgot to shoot my cannon. My cannon is going to shoot, now that this guy is really back in the arc of fire, my cannon is going to shoot and destroy that unit. It's only 2 away. That is a capture after movement has begun, so I should have done that. I couldn't have done that before. So I need to tap into my 30 now. So 7 minus 20 is going to be negative 13 plus 30 is going to be 27, right? No, 17. Wow, we burned through all those command points. Big turn, big turn. But we did accomplish something major this time. This is the Union side, right? Yep, Union side. So I've completely stymied their crossing there and saved my standard, but at a significant cost of points. Yeah, that's it for the Confederate turn. I will give up my 14 points to the IOU. Wow, that's harsh. And I've got nothing in reserve. Counter. 0. IOU 14. 0, 0, 0. Okay, here we are, turn 36 for the Union. Oh yeah, I forgot to subtract from the Union 2 pieces of baggage. Because I don't have 2 units across the river. Okay. I have got to get this guy into action somewhere. I think he's the only way that I can break the logjam on this thing. Come on, Illinois Cavalry, work with me. I'm on the Union side now. Minus 7 takes me to 18. I've got a battery, though I have a shot. I should have taken the shot before movement takes place. That's going to really cost me, and that's going to hurt now. So, this is where my inexperience counts. I should have made that capture of the enemy cavalry. And cavalry has to retreat after it makes a capture like that. So he will be bouncing back if I don't shoot him. I've got to shoot him. I made the mistake of not shooting him before I moved this cavalry piece. I can't, no backsies. So it's going to cost me 20 points. It takes me to negative 2, which means I now have to bring this counter, this reserve counter up, which is at 27. Really, it should be 25 and 2 down here. So that makes me, oh yeah, we wanted to set this one back to 25 as well, didn't we? Yep. 25 minus 2 is 23 points left, but this cavalry unit is destroyed, leaving the way free for my cavalry unit. I did reset the time by doing that. Okay, so now we're looking at 23 points. I've got to force, I can't force the crossing here yet. I've got to force the crossing down here. Let's get this infantry moving up here as rapidly as possible. So 4 and 3, that's 7 points. Now I see maneuver becomes a much more valuable way of moving pieces. Okay, so I should have been doing this from the start. 4 and 3 is 7, so that takes me down to 16. Got to get this cavalry unit across. He didn't participate in the capture. It was the shooting that did it. So can I capture that artillery battery with this cavalry unit? The crossing point has been opened up now. Or should I make him re-roll? Because he's only facing, really, this artillery. I don't think I need to re-roll. That artillery took its shot. So it's basically an unopposed crossing at this point. Then he moves on the diagonal. 1, and then he captures this way. So that's going to cost me 4 plus the diagonal 1 plus 1. So that's going to cost me 6 plus the capture itself, which is 20. So I've only got 16 left. So minus 6 takes me to 10. Minus 20 takes me to negative 10. Now I add my 25 out here. That takes me to 15. 15, yeah, okay. Let's get that battery off of here. Oh, the standard is not captured yet. The standard is not captured yet because there are rules about that. But the battery is, oh, and by captured means displaced in this context of cavalry. It's not destroyed, it's just displaced by an inch. So all is not lost here, but the standard doesn't move with them and is being threatened with capture. Okay, 14th Light Georgia Artillery, do your business. Next move, moved. All that stuff is moved. I haven't moved the general. Should I put my general in jeopardy? I can't cross artillery here. I could cross my general, but I put him at risk doing so. But I think I want you to do that. I need those extra pieces over here to get in behind. So let's create problems for the Union. We're going to move on the oblique 5, because he moves like cavalry. Okay, so that's going to take me down 5 more points, take me down to 10. What have I got that I should move up now? 10. Move that guy. These guys have moved. If I get the pontoons, if I get up there, I can really make a breakthrough up here. I think I'm committing my engineers to moving now 2. That's 4 points to move them as infantry over here. I paid my IOU, giving them 25, is that right? Do I want to move anything else 6? I could shuffle each of those up 2. Couldn't hurt. Let's shuffle them up 2 while I've got a chance. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And that'll take me down to 0 with the 0 in the IOU. Okay, that is the end of turn number 36.